here are the new seats. As you can see, they did a beautiful job on them. So this is the third set of seats I've got done at this particular upholstery shop, and they have never failed. Came out perfect. They had to reconstruct some of these corners. It was this one, I believe, and the other one, and this corner here also, just with the foam on the inside. They weren't bad for seats being 40 years old, but they did have some wear on them, as you can see in that other slide. Here is the back seat. Came out perfect as well. Color's really nice. I love them. They came out great. It took them about a month, but I will say they did have quite a bit of work at the shop whenever I took the seats. And they had trouble finding the exact color as well, so it's a really, really dark blue. The original material was discontinued, so I had to go back and choose another color. As you can see, everything's gutted here. I went ahead and replaced the speakers, which is also what I'm doing. I put new 6x9s in the back, and then also while I had the seats out, I added the accumulators to the hydraulics. Everything was accessed here from the back, which made it really easy. So this top portion that goes over the dash, it was a little bit faded, so I went ahead and re-dyed it, and I added the speakers in the factory location. So now I just need to run these wires to the stereo itself. Here is the back piece. So these are original 6.5 speaker covers. This car did not come with door speakers. Some of the town coupes did have door speakers, so whenever I took off the door panel to paint the car, I did see that it has provisions for a 6.5 speaker. So I'm gonna have to cut this right here and then add this to it. So whenever I dyed this piece, I went ahead and dyed these. I believe they were gray before I dyed them. They're gonna mount just like the original, just like that. So what I did do is I bought a component set. This does have speakers here in the dash, right here up top. So with the component set, I'm gonna put the tweeter up top so it can bounce off of the glass, and then I'm gonna add the 6.5 right here. So these are the speakers that I bought. They're Sour and Vega. I think this is a component set and the 6x9s. I think they were like $150. Won't break the bank, and they're supposed to sound pretty crispy. Definitely beat the original 40-year-old speakers that are in there now, so looking forward to hearing that. I did also upgrade the stereo. I'm running an Alpine. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting this stuff all buttoned up. I'm gonna run our wires for the speakers and then install the back seat. And then I'm gonna start working on the front speakers and then get the front seats in. So I'll bring you guys back. All right, I went ahead and added that top piece already. And I would like to say that I appreciate this thing being double matted. This is like a rubber, and then it has this mat in between. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this back seat in. So to get this one in, you just gotta raise it up and then just tuck it down. And there's a hook on the other side of here on both sides. So as long as that hooks in, you just hook it in on the top, and then on the bottom, you see this is part of the seat right here. Just bolts in right there with the seat belt, both sides. So I just wanted to show you how this bottom one goes in. You can see these hooks here, one on each side. They go hooked into here. There's two of them. So all you gotta do, which this is the exact same way for the 64 also. So you just tuck that seat in, just like that. Pull out your seat belts, and you just press it in, and then you push it down right here on both sides just to hook it in. And that's it. There's no bolts or nothing, no, just some little hooks. There it is, easy as that. Just make sure you take out your seat belts, or else they're gonna be stuck under there. I'm loving the install so far. So now I gotta clean up this mess. start working on the front. All right, got the passenger seat in. Everything went in nice. Coming along, got one more to go. Yeah, buddy. Driver's side next. So I'm gonna go ahead and whip this car around and work on the driver's side. Everything went back in just as it came out. I actually had to dye these as well. They were kind of, I guess, sun faded. All right, well, I got my door panel off, and as you can see, there is provisions here for a 6.5-inch speaker. So I'm gonna go ahead and install the speaker here and run my wire through the boot under the dash to the radio. And then once I get that done, I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting this hole here. Here's the 6.5, and here's the tweeter. Put these tweeters in the dash. I'm gonna mount these somewhere under the dash. So there's the fit of the speaker. Fits perfect. So now I'm gonna run my wires. All right, so I got my hole cut out. Use a jigsaw. And now I can go ahead and install this. Got my speaker in. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. It was a little tricky getting it through the boot. There's a gang of wires back here. I had no idea. You can kind of see some there. This strap right here is factory, and man, it's holding down a whole lot of wires. So a little tight to get in there. I think the passenger side would be a little easier, but it's nice and clean. You don't see no wires, which was the goal. Now I can get my door panel back on and keep moving forward. And there it is, all installed. All right, so I got my dash out. I'm gonna go ahead and install the tweeters up here. I gotta take these out. The dash was pretty simple to take out. Just add a screw on each side of here, and then all throughout the top right there. And then I had 4 over here. Right by the vents. I had 2 on each vent. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these old speakers out and install these tweeters. I got my tweeters in. They look tiny in there. They're gonna sound good. I got this door ready to go, passenger side. Already ran my wire through the boot. My fingers hurt trying to get that wire through. But it's done. I started modifying this door panel to accept the speaker grill. So the speaker grill itself, it just has tabs in the back. As you can see, it has 8 tabs. So for those tabs, you just add the holes for the tabs, and then 2 separate holes on the bottom. So you can add the screws here from the back of the door panel. So now that I got that fit, I'm gonna go ahead and cut a hole here, and then I can go ahead and install that. So here's what the back of it looks like. These are the tabs right here. As you can see, everything is held on just with tabs. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten these up a little more. Just press them down, keep them nice and firm. This is for the door pull. Just tighten everything, get it a little bit better. I actually have new clips also. But there's the speaker right there, there's the hole. It's easy. So now I can go ahead and install this thing back on. All right, I got my door panel on. Nice and neat. Digging it. So now I gotta go ahead and wrap up this wiring, and I'll be done with this install.